In this video, I'm going to answer the age-old question of whether you should bulk or you should do a cut on your fitness journey. Recently, I had someone reach out to me. They gave me their stats, their age, their height, and ultimately, they're still divided of whether they want to prioritize aesthetics or strength. But at the end of the day, they want a combination of both. I want to read to you guys what this person sent to me. It's a little bit long, but please bear with me, okay? This kid is 28 years old. He's 5'4". Currently, he's 170. He said I look pretty bad shirtless, though I still look better compared to last year when he first started hitting the gym. I weighed in almost at 190 pounds. I've been working out for almost a year, so I lost 20 pounds. I guess I have an endomorph body type. I was able to achieve a 1 rep max of 225 on the bench after 9 months of working out. Granted, I had a spotter giving me a lift off on my attempts due to my short arms. However, my chest looks quite underwhelming despite my strength gains. I really need to work on my endurance. For example, when benching 155 to 165 for 6 to 10 reps, I tend to rest for 5 minutes between sets. My weakness in benching is unracking the bar. I tend to have shoulder pain whenever I bench by myself without a spotter. I guess it's because I overextend my short arms to grab the bar, which prevents me from properly retracting my shoulder blades. I have never tried creatine because I'm afraid it'll make me bald. The scientific studies and anecdotal stories seem to be inconclusive about hair loss, but my friends encouraged me to try creatine. Any advice or criticism? Thanks. All right, I'm going to give my honest opinion for this person right here. At 5'4", at 28 years old, looking like that, 170 pounds. This is the part that frustrates me so much. It's like, why are kids so fat nowadays? Like, why? It blows my mind. Like, do they need to get bullied a little bit more to say like, hey, don't get fat? Like, if you're 5'4", which I'm 5'4", right? I'm 40 years old. I sit around 143 pounds currently. And this kid is, I'm assuming he's roughly about my body type, where he's 5'4". If you were to lean out and get down to like a low body fat percentage, around 10%, he might be sitting around 135 pounds or so. But at 175 pounds, his main goal is to lose some weight. That should be his only priority. Kids, they focus so much on like this bench number, like 225, and they want to be able to rep it out. And it comes from all the social media that they watch, and all this external influence that they just keeps pushing into their own brain. It's like, wake up, look in the mirror. What do you want? Do you want to be strong or do you want to lose fat? It's like you want a combination of both, but you're unwilling to be honest with yourself. You know you want that six-pack, bro. Like, let's just be real. If you lost all that fat and you got ripped up and you look good, would the bench number even matter? Would it matter if you're benching 185 pounds with a swollen pec? Like, let's wake up here. And that's the problem nowadays, is that kids, they get so influenced by social media. Yet when they look in the mirror, they know what they want. They know what the heart is telling them. And it just infuriates me. So the first thing I would tell this person is to get on a fat loss process. Get in a calorie deficit. They already lost 20 pounds. Kudos. Keep going. Now, the question of whether they should bulk and focus on strength and all this blah, blah, blah. Keep going on that cut until you see a soft six-pack, okay? Keep going. But let me explain why though, okay? So this is the reason why I want you to cut. You guys ready? It's really simple. Insulin sensitivity. Can you repeat that with me? Insulin sensitivity. This is where everyone gets things messed up. But let me explain, okay? This basically means how your macros are being delivered into your cells, your muscle cells, okay? In particular, in this case, because everybody wants them biceps, right? Okay, so it's real simple. You take in your macros, when you eat, right? You got fats, protein, carbs, and you want it to get into your muscle cells. Okay, so let's imagine this is your muscles, okay? When you're fat, you have layers of fat surrounding your muscle cells. And the more fat you are, the harder it is for these macros to enter and target the muscles. So when you lose fat, what ends up happening, the delivery of the macros can easily enter your muscles. Now that you don't have fat, the protein that you're always eating, that you're talking about all the time, protein, it enters the muscles. The fats can enter, the carbs can enter, and this is where you promote growth and the muscle cells get bigger. But the fatter you are, the harder it is for your macros to enter because there's layers of fat blocking it from going in. I know. I come off as an insensitive prick. I get it. But it just infuriates me that someone looking like that is going to ask the most basic question. Just look in the mirror. What does your heart tell you? Does it tell you to keep cutting? Or does it tell you to, focus on the strength? Now, people always want the benefit of both, right? They want to be able to look good and they want to be able to have strength. And then I always ask them the question like, well, what's the ultimate goal? Like, what is the purpose of having this strength? What is that going to do for you? Is it like a mental check? Like, hey, I did this, accomplishment, check. Or do you want to like feel good about yourself when you take off your shirt and you look in the mirror? And the only reason why I get frustrated is because I care. Like, I come from a place where I want to be able to see people win, especially my fellow Asian bros, man. Like, this is like a little brother to me. Like, I might run into him across the street somehow or in the mall and be like, yo, you did that, man. You did your thing, homie. And kudos to this kid, man. He lost 20 pounds already in a matter of a year. That's a lot of work. That's about what, 1.5 pounds every single month. Like, yo, he did that. That means he was very consistent. But the lower you get in weight and the lower you get in body fat, the harder it is. That's where the real struggle is. Like, you got to do this day in and day out every single day without anyone supporting you because it's your own goals. Like, nobody really cares. Like, let's just be real here. Like, we live in a society where everybody's very narcissistic. Like, they're just focusing on their own goals. They don't think about the bigger picture of things, like the bigger aspect of community and connections. Nobody cares but you, man. So do your thing, homie. He also mentions that he has shoulder pain whenever he benches. Well, dummy, why do you keep doing the same thing? There's machines, there's dumbbells, there's a whole plethora of like different exercises you can use to like build your chest. There's a basic thing called push-ups. You know that, right? Like, you can just do basic push-ups and that will grow your chest. That will stimulate growth. Like, am I going crazy here? It's like my shoulder hurts, but yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it. Like, putting my hand in the fire consistently. It's like, what's wrong with you? Like, wake up. Like, hello? Try dumbbell benching. See if that helps you. Like, there's machines. Do some push-ups. Hammer strength machines. Like, try something else. And if it doesn't hurt, keep doing that, my G. And I think another thing that's very important when you're benching, because this is where a lot of injuries happen. It's one of two places. It's either the shoulders or your lower back. Those are the two most common places, especially the shoulders, because we use shoulders for everything. We use it for bench, we use it for shoulders, we use it for biceps, we use it for triceps. Like, it's one of the most common injuries is the shoulders. So the first thing you want to do before even benching, I hope this kid is doing it, is warming up the shoulders, the rotator cuffs. Like, I had to deal with an injury. Like, people don't know, but your collarbone right here is actually connected to your shoulder blade in the back. Like, for example, if this is the collarbone and this is the shoulder blades, when you bench, right, when you do a bench movement like this, the shoulder blade, it actually moves to the front. So the wider your elbows are out, the more likely these two muscles are going to clash. So the collarbone is stationary, okay? And the shoulder blade, it actually moves like this, back and forth from the back to the front. And if you have improper form, what ends up happening is it's gonna clash. And that's where the shoulder pain comes from like the, you know, a wide, high, like elbow positioning. And what ends up happening is your collarbone at the end, when it ends here, it ends up getting splintered. Like it kind of cracks like a piece of wood. It goes, and that's where the pain comes from. For me, that's exactly what happened. I ended up, doing, having my arms all flared out like that, and then boom, it just splinters. So keep that in mind. Your form, also warming up the shoulders. Let me show you some exercises that you can do before you work out to be able to warm up your shoulders before you start benching, to help you in the long run, to keep benching for life. I got my dog here to help me assist, okay? So you can work on your shoulders. You can grab a dumbbell. You can grab one of these kettlebells. This is 10 pounds, so this is very heavy actually. But I'll show you what you can do. You can go ahead and get on a bench, get somewhere flat, and then you can work on your external rotator cuff. Go down slow, 1, 2, 3, get as low as possible, and then go back up just as slow. 1, 2, 3. Go back up. Do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Go up just as slow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the first thing. The next thing you can do is you can bend over, right, chest high, and then move with your shoulders, right? Don't move with your arms, but move with your shoulders. And the objective is to bring your shoulder blades back. Normally you would have a dumbbell right here, but I don't have any dumbbells. But you would just do this, right? Palms up. You can do them palms down, the exact same thing. And then you can bring them to the side. Make sure you're only moving with your shoulders. And then same thing going forward. 15 reps each, 1 set, and you're done. Right now, the main focus should only be a fat loss process. Like, you're just too young to be sitting at that weight. I'm sure your blood sugar levels are high, your heart rate is high. You also got to remember, the more fat you have, the more estrogen you have. People say they want a stronger bench. Lose the fat. You want better endurance? Lose the fat. You want to be aesthetic? Lose the fat. You get the running theme here? I get that the kid is reaching out for some help, asking for some advice, asking for, some constructive feedback. And that is my 2 cents. Lose the fat. Don't worry about the strength. Do different movements that aren't going to hurt your shoulders. There's a bunch of machines, there's dumbbells, a bunch of different exercises if you still want to focus on your bench and not hurt your shoulders. And when it comes to creatine, I think it's one of the most overstudied supplements out there. There's a lot of benefits when it comes to creatine, not only for the physical, but also for the mind. Now, if you're susceptible to hair loss and it's like a running theme in your family, then yeah, if you take creatine, you're most likely going to go ahead and like lose some hair as well. It's going to speed that process up. But if you're the type where you have strong thick hair and your family doesn't have people that's balding, well, if you take creatine, then most likely you're not going to bald. Now when it comes to creatine, I say take it. Why not? And if you start losing hair, then just stop. That's the worst that can happen. And if you're just too worried about the balding thing, don't even take it at all. Who really cares about the creatine when currently you're overweight? Tackle that thing first. Tackle the fat loss process first, and then focus on your strength and everything else after. Hopefully in this video I was able to help you out. Maybe you learned something. And if you did, like the video, man. Subscribe. Maybe leave a comment below. Let me know some of the struggles you're going through, or maybe some of the wins you've had recently. Until next time, man. Peace. Boom.